anime fans, I'm Kyle Glockner, and welcome back to Animate. In the realm of anime, hundreds of deep-rooted debates occur between fans every day, such as whether Attack on Titan is better than Dragon Ball Z, which adaptation of Full Metal Alchemist is better, and who the best girl is in Danganronpa. But one of the most heated debates I have ever seen between anime fans is dubs versus subs. There are a few times where I have seen people get more heated than when they're arguing about which format is better for anime. But there is one show in particular that is infinitely better dubbed than subbed, and that anime is Ghost Stories. Ghost Stories starts off with elementary schooler Satsuki Miyanoshida and her little brother Keiichiro moving to a new town. There, they meet up with Hajime, Leo, and Momoko, and together, they form their own ghost hunting gang Scooby-Doo style and take on anomaly after anomaly, minus the talking dog in the sweet van. Sounds like a pretty standard show, right? Anime kids do spooky anime things and it's just a fun time, right? Well, that's where the dub comes in. So back in 2000, Studio Pierrot animated this new show called Ghost Stories in Japan. This show aired and flopped hard. The original one was so bad that when the company Animax picked it up to create the English dub, they were given 3 rules and 1 request. Number 1, do not change the names of any character, including the ghosts. Number 2, do not change the way any ghost is killed, as it is based on Asian ghost legends. 3, do not change the meaning of the episode. And the request, do whatever you want to make this show successful. The result was this.
We go with the snow, but not the snow that is yellow. We go with the snow, but not the snow that is yellow.
Let's end this episode with a happy moral.
Like if you leave children behind, pay your child support on time.
Deadbeat dads are not cool.
You're such brave, strong, handsome men. Have you accepted Jesus as your personal savior?
No, I'm Jewish.
I just want to make sure that you're saved.
Leave me alone, I'm doing my standard anime elbows up pose.
This dub has absolutely no limits whatsoever. No topic is untouchable, no joke is too risque, and no racial slur is too much for this adaptation. Every time you think this show has crossed the line of what's allowed on television, they pole ball even further down the path of no return in only the most comedic ways possible. As far as voice actors go, we have Hilary Hagg voicing Satsuki, who fans of Parasite may recognize as Akiho Suzuki and Yui from Angel Beats. Chris Patton voices Hajime, who also played the main antagonist of Soul Eater, Ajura, as well as Keima from The World God Only Knows. Greg Ayres stars as Leo, who you might recognize as Monokuma from Danganronpa, or Ganta from Dead Man Wonderland. Monica Rial plays Momoko, who I personally recall as Bulma from Dragon Ball Z, and Anna from Shimonetta. And finally, Christine Auten plays Keiichiro, who also voiced Izumi Curtis in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and Esdeath in Akame ga Kill. They all do a fantastic job playing these characters the way they wrote them, and it's a refreshing change of pace to hear these voices saying all these uncensored lines. As far as the characters themselves go, Hajime is much more perverted as a character, taking on a much more egotistical persona. Leo is depicted as a stereotypical Jewish boy, and much of his dialogue reflects this. Momoko is depicted as a born-again evangelical Christian, and almost all of her dialogue has a reference to the Christian Bible. Most of Keiichiro's lines are changed to incomprehensible mumbles, and is usually made fun of by the other characters. As far as the plot goes, it is coherent. Animax followed all the rules given to them, and while the journey from point A to point B may be filled with dark joke after dark joke and fourth wall breaks galore, point A and point B remain the same. I can only think to call this dub an official abridged series, comparing it to the likes of Team 4 Star's Dragon Ball Z abridged and Something Witty Entertainment's Sword Art Online abridged. Both fan-made parodies keep point A and point B the same, but the journey taken there is out of its original context, mostly for the sake of humor. If I'm being honest, I'd like to see more content like this from official dubbing companies. Ghost Stories dub is downright hilarious, while the original show is lackluster at best. It's very clear that the writers know humor, especially when they have no limits. I mean, just imagine the official cast of Full Metal getting together to abridge Brotherhood with the original voices. The closest we have right now is the dub of Danganronpa, which is also a fantastic watch, but there really isn't anything quite like Ghost Stories. Ghost Stories was originally written as a book by Toru Tsunemitsu, while the anime was done by Studio Pierrot, with the English dub script written by Stephen Foster. If you have Crunchyroll, you can find both the dub and sub of Ghost Stories, so head on over to crunchyroll.com/ghoststories to have a spooky fun time. And that's all the time I have for today, but let me know what you think by tweeting me at ZTV goofing off using the hashtag Animate. Till then, I'm Kyle Glockner, and I'll see you next time on Animate.